Gary Doherty, who is an author of several books. He regales us with these wonderful stories about his life as a social worker. So he's gotten to see some of the things that most of us look away from, and he has a wonderful way of sharing it with such humor and grace and humility. So please give it up for Gary Doherty.
I read this one other place, and they didn't really care for it. So I thought, I'll try again. They were deeper thinkers, I think. Okay, here we go. I'm 20. I'm good. I've never had disputes with the cops, with the courts, or jails. I rarely disturb the peace. I might play my music really loud, but if asked nicely, I'll turn that damn thing down. I'm not risky or risque. I didn't want some authority figure to serve me a punishment. I didn't think I had much of a future, but I know I didn't want to jeopardize future. Pause. I'm with my best friend Mark, 1. We are in a line of cars waiting to enter the Cascade Drive-In Theater on North Avenue and Carroll Stream. I'm driving a blue Volkswagen Beetle. We're going to see Sinbad and the Eye of the Tiger and Roller Coaster. It was advertised because Harry Gardino was in both movies. They were rated PG. I preferred R-rated movies because I kind of like partial nudity in my films. You know, I waited 17 years to see partial nudity, but here we were at a PG thing. It was our turn to pull up to the ticket window and pay for the tickets, but I didn't stop to pay. I hit the gas and zoomed through without paying. I was now a crook. I could hear a shallow hey from someone as they sped by. "What the hell are you doing?" asked Mark. "I don't know," I say. As I steered toward a bunch of other cars, I created a dusty cloud. We did stop. "You're gonna get caught, Doherty," said Mark. He always used my last name when I did something stupid. I know, I said. My inside feelings are all mixed up. I savor a wicked feeling, though. Maybe I can begin becoming a thorn in the side of a proper society. My veins held a pumped up adrenaline. Then again, I kind of feel sorry about it all. I began thinking of the possibility of a consequence for my actions. The worst result, of course, would be life imprisonment. I didn't think I'd get the death penalty. Second worst might be losing Mark 1 as a best friend. He'd probably drop down on the list and be Mark 4 or 5. The third result of my transgressions would be a total ban from the Cascade Drive-In forever. All these options sucked. I said, "Let's go to other cars, Mark, and ask for their ticket stubs." "Good idea," he said. We were both high school graduates. The big screen was showing a coming attraction of The Deep, which promised visions of Jacqueline Bisset in a wet t-shirt. That looks promising, I thought. I'm walking about. I don't see any drive-in Nazis swarming about. I felt safe. It is a lot lit by headlights. I believe I see the moon, but it ain't the moon. It's a round Burger King sign that gave hope and calories to folks needing a Whopper tonight. By the way, did you guys see the moon tonight?
Yeah.
Wow. I approach a car and I peered in their window. I see a dude and he's unbuttoning his female companion's blouse. I finally see what I came to see at the drive-in. Cleavage. The dude flicks a stare at me. His eyes turn from a look of optimism to one of wrath. He rolls down the window. I run away. I go to another car. There's a line of 3 people waiting outside a white van. I walk over to investigate and look inside. There appears to be a transaction between one guy trading a baggie of pot for some cash. I say, "Can I help? I'm a pharmacist." I said it loud enough for everyone to hear. I got a Charlie Manson glare from the guy who got the cash. It's a scowl that could pierce through a thick fog. I was looking for a better metaphor. I just couldn't come up with one. I ran away. I hear a lot of yells, all the yells, and with that ucker sound. I decide not to ask the dude for a ticket stub. I'm back at the Beetle. My stub mission's a failure. Mark 1 has the stub. He shows it to me with self-admiration. The movie screen is now showing a Woody Woodpecker cartoon. You know, I always liked Woody. I sit in the Beetle. It isn't too smart to bring a Beetle to a crime scene. This bug sticks out like a pimple on your nose. This is not a fast car. This car is not attracting any girls. James Bond wouldn't be seen in it. My head enters a world of misdemeanors, of venial sins, and most of all, profound stupidity. If I choose to continue on my crime spree in this future, I will borrow my dad's Torino. A flashlight into my face through the windshield. It's held by a male teenager wearing a windbreaker with a fading security word on it. He looks like an Andy Frain usher from Comiskey Park. I put the car in reverse, then into first gear, and I leave the scene of my crime. We leave the lot. We park in a lot next door, and we watch Sinbad fly about on a tattered piece of shag carpeting. We don't have the movie audio. I push a cassette of the 12 Dreams of Dr. Sardonicus into the tape deck. Mark lights up a doobie. I'm pleasantly surprised to see some semi-nude belly dancers. They're prancing around an obese genie who looks just like my 7th grade science teacher. "What came over you, Gary?" asked Mark. "I don't know. It's been 47 years since I put this criminal blemish on my face. For the most part, I've stopped with the law breaking. I think I wanted to be Clint Eastwood or Steve McQueen for one night. I had to try non-compliance because compliance wasn't working for me. It would have been different. It would have been a lot different if Mark and I had gone to that drive-in on horseback. It would have been a hell of a lot better story, too."